Please excuse any mispronunciations in this story. I mean no disrespect. This story is about Teekah Latres Lewis, who vanished from Tacoma, Washington on January 23, 1999. She was 2 years old at the time and should be 26 years old now. Teekah's parents were Robert Lewis and Teresa English. Robert was incarcerated at the time Teekah vanished, so a custody issue wasn't suspected. Nearly dozens of people gathered inside the New Frontier Lanes bowling alley with several of Teekah's relatives. Relatives were taking turns watching her and lost track of her. Just minutes after she vanished, an off-duty officer that was working security that night was notified. Teekah was said to be a mommy's girl and wouldn't wander away from her, but she was nowhere to be seen. Everybody started searching everywhere and couldn't find a trace of her. The Tacoma Police Department filed an abduction case. Her case was listed as endangered and missing the next day. Several days later, the FBI and NCMEC, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, officials also joined in to help find the toddler. Helicopters armed with infrared devices as well as sniffer dogs were used to scan and look for the girl. On January 26, the dogs found a pile of men's clothing across the street from the bowling alley. They looked like they had only been there for a few days. The police thought it was strange that Teresa was so calm, so they suspected she had something to do with it at first, but they quickly ruled her out. A witness saw a white male, 5'11" with a husky build, shoulder-length curly brown hair, thick mustache, and heavily pockmarked face, wearing a blue plaid shirt and faded jeans, holding a little girl's hand matching Teekah's description at the bowling alley the night she vanished. The witness was interviewed by police in January of 1999, but it wasn't until 2020 that a cold case detective rediscovered the man's statement buried in Teekah's case file. Another witness reported seeing a man matching the same description outside the bowling alley 1 week after Teekah's disappearance. A film crew was filming a reenactment at the bowling alley, and a witness saw a pockmarked man watching the reenactment and thought the man was acting strangely. When the case became public, many parents came forward stating that a man had assaulted and tried to abduct their children from the bowling alley. The police tried to locate the man but weren't able to. As time went by, several cases were suspected to be linked to this case. Teekah has curly black hair with a silver streak on the right side, which is most visible when her hair is pulled back. She has eczema with a skin discoloration on her face and left side of her buttocks. She has a quarter-size birthmark on her buttocks as well. I would like to believe that someone raised her after she vanished 23 years ago, no matter how she came into their custody, and I hope someday she will be found safe. If anybody has any possible leads in this case, please check out the contact information in the description. Thank you.